ఆపరేషన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వాలి, లేదా ఒక్క ఆపరేషన్ కూడా ఇనిషియేట్ అవ్వకూడదు, అసలు జరగకూడదు. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ అటామిసిటీ. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ అ ప్రాపర్టీ దెన్ ఓకే, then we can achieve the consistency also. Okay, so what is the consistency? General meaning is whatever you have done the changes, that should be perfectly updated in the database. If it is done like that, then automatically we can say the consistency also we can achieve through the transactions. These are the examples that we have already discussed. Just don't go in detail about the theory. So just go through the first definition. Okay, consistency is nothing but it should be remain in a consistent state after any transaction. Ante enti, suppose you have done the transaction by deducting some 500 amount from your account. So consistency ante entante, even suppose you have transferred 500 amount from your account to your friend's account. Okay, in that case consistency means after you have transferred 500 from your account, the database in the database in your account only 500 amount only should be there. It should not show either 1000 or else 0. That is nothing but the consistency. Ante correct ga vastundi data. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And coming to the isolation. So, what do you mean by the isolation? Can anybody knows? Suppose at a time that we can do many of the transactions. Okay, even at the same time, even if we do many of the transactions also, if the database is remains consistent, that is called as isolation. దీనికి ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తాను చూడండి. జనరల్, నాట్ రిలేటెడ్ ద exact transaction that were happening in the banking side. For this, I can give you the example. Suppose you have created one database and you have uploaded it online. So if you ask some students, okay, to update the data in whatever you have created, okay, maybe the Excel sheet, okay, suppose assume that, what your friends will do at a time, they will just try to update their data. So maybe in the first row which was selected by the roll number 1 student, then automatically see, and at the same time even the second student also can even enter the data. Am I right? Or they cannot be able to enter the data?
They can enter data, ma'am.
Yeah, they can enter data. And so even at a time, if all the persons are just like accessing whatever we have done, whatever we have created the database, if suppose many of the persons are accessing the database, it should be in a consistent state. Even at a time, multiple persons are using or doing the transactions. Okay, so that is called as an isolation. But coming to the durability, whatever you have done, okay, that changes should be permanent even if there is a system failure. And the responsibility of this durability feature or the property, it is completely by the recovery management. Okay, recovery manager also will be there. Even in all the MNCs, recovery manager will be there. Okay, integrity manager will be there. Transaction manager will be there. So many of the managers will be there. What their responsibility is, okay, transactions means that manager has to look over all the transactions, whether after, if any of the transaction was happened, he has to take the responsibility of the data. It should be in a consistent way. Okay, even the multiple persons are accessing the database at the same time. Okay, even if a system crash has happened or else a system failure has happened, then the recovery manager has to take over the responsibility of, okay, the data should be permanent even if the system failure was happened. And coming to the integrity manager, see, integrity manager is nothing but we will get some login IDs, passwords after we registered in some websites, right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that data we will get from the integrity managers, because they will just check our data. Okay, so if it is not matched with the any others data that was existing in the database, then they will just issue the new record values, new record, just login ID and passwords to us. So that will be issued by the integrity manager. Anyhow, we have all the components in the structure of the DBMS. So this was about the transaction management in DBMS. See here, we covered storage data, queries, transaction management from here to here. So now let us go with the DBMS structure. This is theory. Let us go at first into the structure of the DBMS. The structure is very much important. I have already told you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is this? In the conceptual, in the levels of abstraction, I told you, no? So from the disk, we will just take the data and we are going to, how we are going to store the data, that will comes under like physical schema. And then conceptual schema is there. After then, using some query tools and all, we can be able to even view the results. Okay, so how like we have the three levels, even here also we have the three levels. Okay, the first one is storage component and the second one is query processor, and the third one, it can be called as like external views and all. So just forget about it and just look into the diagram. Actually, we have the disk storage, nothing but data, indices, data dictionary, statistical data and all. Uh, Within 10 minutes or 20 minutes, we cannot cover this concept. You just go through the diagram and just go through the components, and in each component, whatever the yes, whatever we it was specified there in this query processor or storage manager, you will not get this question directly. Even in the mid exams also, you will be questioned on what the file manager will do. So you again, you this is, if it is the question, then you will get 4 number of options, so you have to choose the correct one. So like that, you will get the questions even in the mid exams also. Definitely from this, you will get 2 marks questions. Okay, at least one descriptive question and one 2 marks question, definitely. So that is what, just go through in detail about this diagram. See here, whatever I told you about transaction manager, authorization and integrity manager, file manager, buffer manager, those are yes, have included here in the storage manager. And coming to the query processor, logical, okay, I have found out about your programming languages. You have done many programs, right? I'll not ask anybody, even if you respond to me, I'll not ask you all to write the code in that programming language. Okay, so if you're scary about that, don't get fear. You can answer me. Okay, I'll not even test you also. Just I'm asking the general questions. Yeah. Because you have already studied the first year and second year syllabus, and now you are in third year. So you have done, I think you learn at least 2 programming languages. Am I right? 2 or 3?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the programming languages that you have learned?
Java, Python, C.
C, Java, and Python.
Okay, so okay. Which language that you are familiar more?
It depends on the perspective, right? Like every.
Depends on person to person now.
Okay, person to person. At least, okay. Specifically, you just tell me that which programming language that is
Python,
familiar.
ma'am.
Python.
Python is kind of easy, ma'am, compared to others.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Abhishek?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you? Same.
Same, ma'am. Python. Python,
Okay.
Java. Next time, let us see.
Okay. And then finally C.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Even this Python also, which helps you to do even the projects, okay? Because there were many tools, so by uploading the packages and all, even you can do the projects as well easy. Compared to even using the MATLAB also. Do you know the cost of the MATLAB? Did you heard any time about this? No,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Even the cost of that is in 1 lakh, I think. The cost of
Yes, ma'am.
this,
1,25,000.
yeah. Even if you purchase that, okay, that version, the new version also, you cannot even use all the tools. If you want to suppose use one particular specific tool, again you have to buy that tool. Okay, that is again it costs about 90,000 like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but compared to Python, okay, we can get all the, we can use once if we have downloaded this Python, and so that we can use all the packages, whatever we are required to do the project. So it is very helpful for you, but you do the programs, okay, many programs, and take one program, think logically and write the code. And see here, after you have written, suppose you have written for a program some 20 to 50 lines. My question is, do all the lines execute at once? Do all the lines will be gets executed at once?
No, ma'am, one by one.
No, one by one?
Yes,
Why?
ma'am. The compiler goes from line to line.
Then what is the difference between the compiler and the interpreter? Saran?
Compiler will compile the program, ma'am.
Yes.
Interpreter, I don't know.
Actually, interpreter, it will just execute line by line. Compiler, what it will do is, it will execute all the lines at a time. Understand, Saran?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what even here in the DBMS structure also, it has interpreter even in the compiler also. But okay. Again, my question to you is, definitely any programming language, it has some compiler to run the code at a time. So suppose it has executed, you have got the instructions that you have given, either human level language or machine level language. You are giving the instruction, it should be get understand by the machine, right? Understand? Ante na?
Ante, ma'am. Ante.
Yeah, so that is nothing but the low level instructions also. We can call those are the low level instructions. What it will do, this compiler is it will gives us the results directly? No, it will just convert the low level instructions to the machine level instructions. Okay, nothing but in the meanwhile, it will just gives us the object code. Okay, this object code from the mission, again it will just convert into the human level language so that we can see the results. So the entire thing, this is the procedure, but what we know is we will just give the instructions so that we are just looking over the results, but we are not knowing what the exactly happening in the middle. The mission level instructions, it again will be converted to the human level instructions. అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కోడ్ కింద కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది అగైన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కోడ్ అగైన్ ఇట్ విల్ గివ్స్ us back the results in a human level language. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is what the explanation about this particular whatever the components that were included. Okay, so the next slides is about that I'll explain you in the next class. So still we have 2 more hours left in this week, right? Again from Monday onwards you have the mid-1 exams, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll try to finish. Anyhow, we have lab, so in that lab we can cover even the 3rd chapter also.
Ma'am, is it confirmed that we have MIDS next week?
You will have. Akila?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
only ask me. No? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubts related to our subject or else
No, ma'am.
general questions? Okay then. Okay, students, if you don't have any doubts, you can log out from the meeting. Thank you all.